25 words and phrases that you should use as a beginner. This is part 2. Part 1 is right here. First phrase is можно мне? Can I have something? Typically, this is used to order something. Можно мне салат? Can I have a salad? You know, you go on the menu, you pick whatever you want, and you say можно мне? And then you say whatever is on the menu. Можно мне is can I have? Or also it can be translated to am I allowed? I can say можно мне сходить в туалет? Can I go to the restroom? Am I allowed to go to the restroom? But of course we don't translate it as am I allowed, but can I have something? Okay, or can I have or can I do something as well? That's number 1. Number 2 is a cry for help. Помогите, пожалуйста. Помогите, пожалуйста, help me please. This is formal and very respectful. Помогите, that te at the end makes it formal or respectful. This can be used in very bad situations, but also just to ask for help at a store. Maybe a store associate can help you out to find a product that you need. Помогите, пожалуйста. Next is где у вас something. Где у вас means where do you have something. Где у вас туалет? Where do you have the restroom? Maybe you're at a restaurant somewhere and you're asking where they have their restroom. You can also say где у вас вода? Where do you have water? Maybe it's a grocery store and you're asking this question. So где у вас, the first part, where do you have? And then put whatever you're looking for in the second part to it. These next couple of phrases will help you not being able to speak Russian that well. The first one is Я не говорю по-русски. I don't speak Russian. Я не говорю, I don't speak. По-русски is kind of in Russian, so I don't speak in Russian. You tell that to a person, maybe a taxi driver is calling you saying, где вы есть, я вас не могу найти. You say, я не говорю по-русски. I don't speak Russian. And then they'll understand that and maybe not speak Russian so fast to you. Okay, so it might help a little bit. Another similar phrase is я не понимаю. I don't understand. Я не понимаю. Again, can be used in a similar type situation. Я не понимаю, I don't understand. But what if you have a translator? The easiest way to say or to communicate that you have a translator is just simply saying переводчик. Переводчик means translator. You know, maybe you come in the store, you're talking to a person, you don't understand them, you say, okay, переводчик, and then you translate whatever you want to translate. This is, you know, these phrases are for beginners. So I'm not going to say, oh, let me translate it through a translator. Kind of a more complicated phrase. The easiest way to communicate that you have a translator on your phone is just simply saying переводчик, translator. And that's it. And for you guys not to have to use translators too much, you have to learn Russian. And we can help you with that. The quickest, the most intensive program that we have is Be Fluent Camp. And we have them twice a year, and it's our intensive course for all of you guys who are watching this YouTube channel. If you're a beginner, you will learn how to have the most basic dialogue in the quickest way possible. Build vocabulary, learn how to speak Russian better, and use appropriate grammar knowledge. Not everything, but the most key things. Join us with the first link in the description. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people have gone through our programs and have loved it. So join us with the first link in the description. Moving on. When you're at the checkout and you have a lot of groceries, you ask, можно пакет? Can I have a bag? Можно пакет? If you need 2 bags, you say, можно два пакета. Можно два пакета means can I have 2 bags? If you remember, the very first phrase was можно мне something, but now we have можно. Can I have something? Okay, so again, kind of going back to the very first phrase that we have learned today. Also at the checkout, once they check everything out, they give you the total amount, you say по карте. По карте means with card. По карте. Or you can say наличными. Наличными means with cash. Наличными or по карте, it depends on how you want to pay. Okay, next phrase is нет, спасибо. No, thank you. This is the most polite way to kind of refuse something. Maybe at the same checkout, they're offering you something. You say, нет, спасибо. No, thank you. Also, maybe somebody on the street is trying to sell you something, give you a flyer of some sort. Нет, спасибо is the most polite way to say, to refuse something and to deny somebody's request. Нет, спасибо. Then continue on the sales and maybe shopping category, we have сколько стоит? How much is this? Сколько стоит? How much does it cost? Typically to ask about one thing. Сколько стоит something? How much does this cost? Сколько стоит? Сколько means how much. Стоит means is worth or costs. Сколько стоит? Also, a different kind of question is сколько сумма? How much is the total? Сколько again is how much. Summa means total or sum. How much is the sum of everything? Maybe at the restaurant, this is the appropriate way to ask how much is the total for our bill. Сколько сумма? When you went out with your friends, at the end of the night, you say рад был увидеться. I was happy to see you. It was good to see you. At the very end of your hangout, not in the beginning. Рад был увидеться. I was happy to see you. This is a masculine form. So if you're a guy, you're using this. If you're a lady, you say рада была увидеться. You add the as at the very end of these two words. Рада была увидеться. I was happy to see you. I was glad to see you. Next set of phrases is directions. Прямо means straight. Прямо. Maybe you're in a taxi somewhere and you're trying to navigate where they should go. Прямо is straight. Направо means to the right or turn right. Направо. Налево means to the left. Налево. If you want them to stop wherever you are, you can say остановите здесь. The very first word is kind of complicated. Остановите. Остановите здесь. If остановите здесь is too hard, I guess you can go for like the easiest way to say it is stop здесь. They'll understand what you mean. Stop здесь, even though it's not proper Russian, but it's still kind of easy to explain or easier to say, right? Stop здесь, stop here. Then we have вход for entrance and выход for exit. Only one letter difference, but such a vast difference between them in meaning. Вход means entrance, выход means exit. You will see this a lot wherever you go in any stores, airports, and things like that. Вход and выход. A very useful word is все. That's it. Все. You can say this at the very end of the order at the restaurant. You say number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Все. That's it. Done. And then все also means everything. Все. Я хочу все. I want everything. Okay, so все means that's it or everything, and we typically use все at the end of something when we're done ordering, when we're done talking. Все is the phrase to use. Next phrase is это мой друг. This is my friend. Now you can hear this somebody else say about you. Это мой друг. Maybe they are talking to their Russian friends and they introduce you and say это мой друг. This is my friend. You can also, if you have a buddy in Russian, you can say это мой друг. This is my friend. Then we have скажите еще раз. Скажите еще раз means repeat it again or say it again. If you don't understand something, скажите еще раз. Say it again. When the person is talking to me and I don't understand what they're saying, I put a translator on the voice thing and I say скажите еще раз. Say it again to the translator, and they repeat what they're saying, and then it translates to me and I understand what they said, okay? So скажите еще раз means say it again. Next phrase is very useful. Скажите пароль от Wi-Fi. Tell me the password from Wi-Fi, or what's the Wi-Fi password? But literally this means tell me the password from Wi-Fi. Скажите пароль от Wi-Fi. Used a lot, very useful anywhere you go. Then we have я потерялся. I'm lost. Я потерялся. Come up to a security guard and say я потерялся. I'm lost. They'll help you out. Or я потерялась for ladies. Я потерялся was for guys. Я потерялась is for ladies. Again, can be used anywhere. Very, very useful phrase. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but don't actually maybe say it to regular people, because they might then take advantage of you because you're a foreigner. They may kind of do something weird about it. Try to reach out to people who work at a place where you are lost, if that's possible. That'll be the safest way to do it. Of course, you can sometimes trust people, but it's better to ask people who are there working, because they're more reliable, they're more, I guess, responsible not to take advantage of you. And the very last word for the day is секунду. 1 second. If you need more time to answer, to do something, you say simply секунду. And that's it. It's a very polite way to say it. It's not offensive. It's not rude. Секунду. 1 second. And then you do whatever you want to do. And that's it. Now you know how to speak Russian better and some crucial phrases for basic communication. Like I said, join our BFluent Camp with this button right here and learn a whole lot more than just this video. It's going to be a lot of fun and you will learn a lot and a more, I guess, foundational way. Join us right here.